Hello everyone, I'm Anushka and welcome to another brand new video. And today in this video I'm going to deal with a very interesting and useful topic for all the first year MBBS students, that is how to study for first year of MBBS. Now without going into the mainstream video, let me share a news with all of you that all our first year results are out and now I can finally happily call myself that I am in second year of MBBS. And so a year-long journey full of new learnings, full of making new friends, full of ups and downs has finally come to an end, and now it's time to enter another beautiful year full of new surprises. That's all about it. So without any further delay, let's get straight into the video. So regarding the subject-wise approach, if I talk firstly about anatomy, then I think anatomy is the lengthiest and the vastest subject of first year that I have already told you. And so either wantedly or unwantedly, you'll be going to devote more than 50% of your time to anatomy itself. So for example, you're reading a new topic for the first time. If you're reading from the book and you can understand it well enough, then it's all right. But if you cannot, then you can watch video lectures which are available on YouTube as well as on different platforms like Marrow, Prep Ladder, everything. And mostly what people follow for anatomy is Ashwini sir's lectures, and Ashwini sir's lectures are really helpful. For example, if you're reading any new topic and you're first watching the lecture and then if you're going to read from the book, then it's really going to make that whole process very easier. But unfortunately, reading and writing answers are not enough for anatomy. You need to make diagrams. So I would suggest you that from the very first day when you're reading any topic, then please draw the diagrams as many as possible, because maybe every time you won't be able to write down everything that you read because it's really time consuming. But at least if you make the diagrams, then it will help you also to visualize those things more easily. It will help you memorize them, and as well as when you're going to draw those diagrams in your examinations, in your answer sheets, then that will also help you get enough marks, because the professors always prefer diagrams more than writings. That's everything that I could learn from first year. And for practical purpose, I think there are various apps which are present, like 3D Atlas of Anatomy and Anatomy Learning, which I used to follow. And apart from that, you have certain videos which are present on YouTube, like Viva Voce of Anatomy and various other videos for dissection purposes. So you can refer to all these contents for building up your practical knowledge of anatomy, because that also makes up 50% of the whole system of examination. So all these things for anatomy, I think they are more than enough for first year. And now I think for biochem, it's easier than the other two subjects, so you don't need to take that much of pressure. But please don't ignore that subject, because that's also quite interesting. For biochem, firstly, you can follow everything like you did for anatomy. You can watch video lectures and you can read books. But regarding presentation, as you did for anatomy, you had to draw diagrams. In biochem, you have to draw as much as cycles as you can. Because in biochemistry, you will be learning metabolism of various substrates like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, amino acids, nucleotides, and all of these metabolisms involve various cycles. And in these cycles, if you can remember the names of the enzymes, then it's very good, because whenever you add an enzyme name to a cycle, then that makes your answer sheet better than others. But if you cannot remember the name, you can write the class. For example, for ALT or AST, if you do not remember those, you can write transferase in that place. But please do not write something random. Do not entirely change that genre to some oxidoreductase or some dehydrogenase, because that would completely destroy that answer. And apart from that, you have to write the answers in a point-wise manner. Do not follow that paragraph-wise pattern, because it really becomes hectic to check those paragraph type answers to actually extract the main content of that answer. Do not write that, follow a point-wise pattern and draw as many diagrams, as many cycles as you can. Do represent all your answers in a pictorial representation, and that would help to aggravate your marks. And for practical biochemistry part, I think it's easiest of all the three. Basically have certain tests to do which you always do in your practical classes, and you can practice them as many times as you can. And additionally, you have a biochemistry practical copy or a practical manual from where you can read all those experiments before the actual exam, and everything of this would be just sufficient for biochemistry. Now let's come to our last subject, which is physiology. I think for physiology you need to focus on certain more important chapters than certain others, and the first thing which comes to my mind regarding this aspect is CNS. CNS is a chapter which is of maximum weightage in physiology, so try to understand this chapter as much as possible, because that is really going to help you to understand the brain portion of anatomy as well, because those two things are really related. And I think you need to focus on certain other chapters like CVS, respiration, renal, etc. All these things are very important. And for physiology, you need to write answers through flow charts. You cannot write the answers directly whenever you are writing any step. For example, if you are writing about clotting mechanism, anti-clotting mechanism, or even about Parkinson's disease, then you should always prefer flowcharts more than normal answers, because they are also very easier to check for the professors, as I have already told, and they can also fetch you enough marks. So for physiology, try to write point-wise through flowcharts, then those answers will help you get enough marks in your exam. And regarding the practical physiology purpose, I think human practicals are very important for physiology, and in that context you need to practice those human practicals with your friends or with your roommates in hostels, because in college you will be once taught all those practicals and they involve various steps. For example, measuring blood pressure, auscultating heart sounds, breath sounds, location of apex beat. These all things are not just about getting the outcomes, but the examiners will also check the steps through which you will do all these practicals. So for that, always try to practice the human practicals with your friends or your roommates. And apart from that, for other practicals, you can watch videos on YouTube before your main practical exams, and these things will be enough for physiology as well. This has finally concluded the study pattern which you can follow for first year of MBBS. But apart from doing all of these, do not indulge yourselves 24 hours into studies. You people have recently entered college, so do embrace your college life, enjoy your college life, continue doing what you love. Also engage yourselves and participate in every small or big function or celebration which are held in your college. So all of these can together increase your productivity. And yeah, this concludes my video as well. I think you people may have been benefited by watching this video. If you liked it, then please do like, comment and share the video. Also subscribe the channel for more such videos. See you in the very next video. Till then, bye bye.